Okay, so this is Navy Old Salt Gamer. We're back. This is episode 5, I believe. I did do a couple changes. I upped my pressures in my tank now that I know that's working okay. Oops. I upped them to 9, my 9 megapascals. I'm already filled up with pollutants. I may use them in a phase change experiment later. That's going to be relatively new with me. Everything else is pretty much the same. I did up the time for my light to be on, and that seems to have fixed the problem. I think everything is thriving now. Thriving. Oh, that's only mine. Oh, that's the old one. That one I haven't replaced yet. That was growing poorly until I turned the light up. So everything else is thriving now. I've got some corn. This is working good. If you look at the pressure in here, it's actually 86. When I got this set to 92, that's because this is a small room. And when you open this hatch, it goes from 92 to 86 because it pressurizes this. So this is working correctly. It's just that it's a small room. And then when I put the air back out into the room, it goes back up to 92. So that is working. Maybe before the next episode, I'll enclose all this and expand my room to include my furnace, which I'll make this an advanced furnace, all the way around to here. We'll enclose all this, make the room, the living area a little bigger. A little early for that yet. I did make some things, some pipes and stuff. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put an ice crusher over here. This way. And we'll put it, you know what, change my mind, I'm going to go that way. And we'll put it right there. Oops. And I think, there's cables and a screwdriver, I believe. Welding torch, of course. Iron sheets. Well, getting ahead of myself. Now I need these cable coils. There we go. And I'm only going to hook up, I think you can get away with this if you just do anything but water here. I'm going to go grab a thing of pipes, put them up there to empty my hands a little bit. I'm going to come off the gas side here, go down, and I want to tie this into the flow over here. Need a wrench. And we'll come up from there, over. This is going to interfere with my walking, but that's okay. Okay, so my ice is hooked up to the pipes. I need power. I did make 50 cables, but I guarantee you I'm probably going to need more before this is over. And we'll bring them around this way, I guess. Okay, that power. Yep, sounds like it's working. Can't hear very much. The vacuum is. So, as you can see, I still have no volatiles. The nitrogen is actually building up pretty good, and that's coming out of, it's another thing that when you do ice you get some nitrogen. CO2's approaching 6.5, and I do have some oxygen because I pulled some of the air out of that room, which was mostly oxygen. But I still need a lot of that too. So this is a slower process now since they did the, I'm trying not to fall off the edge, since they did the phase change update. So I'm going to put, we'll do 19. I don't know how much this is going to pressurize it. I don't want to have it bleed out of here. Matter of fact, let's turn that off for a minute. As long as I don't over-pressurize. Ah, we're good. But once this actually does some, you'll get some volatiles in there. It won't last for very long. But it is a slower process now. There it goes. So that should be filtering out immediately into my volatiles tank. There we go. It'll be a slow process, but I'll keep that running until it gets to where I want it to be. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to want to do is bring my other, I thought I had a regulator. Huh. Got a mixer. Huh, I got to make a regulator. I thought I had two. Best laid plans. I'm pretty sure I had two of them. I don't know where I would have used the other one. My microphone is in the way of my buttons here. I'm just going to put all this in. I still have not had a storm. I don't know what's going on. If one of my apps changed, or mods changed something, but storms seem to be gone. That doesn't bother me. That comes out pretty quick. Alright, so I got that and some pipe. That'll be enough to get started inside. So what I'm going to do is have my fresh air, so I can keep replacing my air in here. And we'll put that over here. So I'll put my regulator, and this is just going to be a pressure regulator. And I'm going to put that facing that way is the wrong way. Come on. There we go. I want that facing this way. Oh! That's annoying. I don't know if it's just me or what, but it looks like it's going the right way, and it's not. Quick fix. Okay. And then I'll put a pipe going out through the roof. I don't think I can hook the pressure regulator right up to that. Let's find out. Or the vent right up to that. I think I can actually. Nope. I have to go down and over a little bit. This is the problem when you use walls. I can't mount things on the side, and that, if you remember the first episode, I said I didn't think I could mount things on the door. I think this is what I was thinking of. Alright. I don't want to turn that on yet. I can set it, we'll set it for 100. So this will be inletting air at 100 to bring in fresh air, and this will be recycling the air at 92. And that's how I loop my systems pretty well. And we'll just go, I guess we can wire it up. Just don't turn it on yet. This is the easy part. The outside part gets a little more complicated. I think I should have done that one over further. Yep. It's alright. I'll fix that later. Alright, so we're powered. Don't have it on. Alright, I'll put them on. I'm not going to need those for a while. Need pipes and the wrench. Grab the mixer and the pipe analyzer. Okay, I got 3 mixers and I got 2 pipe analyzers. That'll be clear why that is in a little bit here. I'm sure everybody's probably done this to some extent, if you've played the game at all. Matter of fact, let's go over here first. So I want to take, to start with, I'm not going to worry about nitrogen at the very beginning here. I want to take my oxygen and my CO2. So this is why I left a little bit of a gap in the pipe here. So we'll go up. 2 up. Come on. There we go. And we'll go up 2. Up. Up 1. Up 2. I'm going to come over here. I'll stand on top of the tank. Oh, I thought I was going to stand on top of the tank. Let's try that again. There we go. And I'm going to go to the right, excuse me, to the left. And I'm going to take one of my mixers. I'm going to set it on top of here. So the straight path through is input 1. I'm going to have to go back around now. That's the wrong way. Oh, I went one too much again. Okay, that's it right there, I believe. Yeah. So we got this, the oxygen going straight through, and then we'll make input 2, the CO2. And I'll come over here. We'll set this to mix. I don't want 50-50. I want maybe 90-10. That way we'll keep enough inside the CO2 to keep the plants growing healthy without having to worry about it. Alright, and then I might as well go get more pipes. Gonna need them. Then we're gonna run this up a little over. We're gonna get to there, so we'll go over this way again. If you watch my videos, I saw the one guy that posted that had his pipes all organized. I'm like, oh my god, I am never that organized. Had them all color-coded. Smart way to do it, but okay, let's go straight out there. Start this back up again. I probably went the wrong way there. I did. There we go. Okay, so now I got the pipes hooked up to my input for fresh air. So basically the only thing I have left to do, and I still got a bunch of air in here, I got to put a bypass in here. I am bleeding the air into my piping, matter of fact. I'm just going to dump another one of these in here. We'll see what happens here. What did I get last time? I did go up to 1. It should take me up to maybe 4. So back to my, get distracted here. So leave the wires and the clippers. And we'll come up from there as soon as it lets me. Come down from here. Of course, this probably isn't going to line up perfectly. It never does. There we go. Now, one of the problems with gas mixers is when they're on, they just keep running. and this pipe is going to get over pressurized and explode. So that's where you bring in the pipe monitor. You could put that anywhere after, put it there, after the gas mixer. You don't want it before. And then you wire that up. Where did I put the clippers? Okay, and you can turn this on. There should be no pressure in it right now, none. Now, I could manually turn this on, and I think I will just to get it started and to test the airflow. Before I do that, let's bring this doggone mouse. Let's bring this up so I can at least monitor it. Turn it on for a little bit. It pressurizes it pretty fast. And the percent of mixtures doesn't seem to match what it calls for, and I don't know why it does that, but so this should be going down slowly unless the room is pressurized completely. Hard to tell at that angle, but I'm thinking we're good to go. Now I want to automate this because I don't want to have to sit here and turn the gas mixer on all the time. I want it to stay at maybe 4 megapascals or something like that. So now I don't have a chip. I need a chip. I've got to dump this.
Power low.
And we got warning lights all over the place. Alright, let's eat some food. Okay, that takes care of that issue. So I need a chip. Let's just take over what I need. Since I'm not getting any storms, I'm not worried about leaving that stuff lay around. That's actually a good idea too. I see the computer up there. Let's see if I have everything for a computer. That way I don't have to keep pulling out my I probably need solder. Yep, that's the first one to come out. Okay, let's make that. It's going to be a little bit of a delay, but then I won't have to come over here. I can just use the computer or the laptop. I get nervous pulling my power system out all the time. And that's still good. I got 10 in there. We're good for quite a while. Sorry about the delay. Has this been going down? 2.57. I mean, oh, I didn't turn it on in here. That's why it's not going down. If I turn this on, now it should be venting into the room, and you can see that it is. So now I got my circulation system up and running. And I only want one computer, so I gotta go over here real quick. And I need a battery for that. Luckily that's in here, it doesn't take too long. We'll stick that in there, and we'll stick this in here. Oh, the generator is kicked on. Now I need a chip. Oops. You gotta put IC. It's a circuit. I call them chips. Turn that off. Of course, I'm using more power now that I've got my air system up. So what I'll probably do eventually, let me take that before it makes another one. is put another station battery on here, which means I'll have to lay down, well, I can pull that and make it a batch reader and take the average of the two batteries to have it do the exact same thing that I'm doing there. Maybe I'll show you that just in case there's some people that don't understand what I'm saying there. Alright, so I want to put this chip in here. Oh, there it is. And why isn't it on? Didn't I put the battery in there? Huh. What the heck? The laptop is on. Something happened to the battery. Did I put the wrong battery in here? No. Oh, you idiot. Don't mind me. Works better if you put a motherboard in it. That comes out fast. Now it'll work. Just drop that down. Edit. So what I'm going to need to read is the pipe monitor, or the analyzer. We'll call it pipe NAL, which is not a good word, but that's okay. Alias pipe analyzer D0, and I want to read the pipe mixer. So alias pipe mix. Get off of there. D1. That should be all I need. So then we do the start and the yield. So then we want to load into R0 pipe analyzer. Uh-oh, no space. Pipe analyzer pressure. And I turned that. I'm colorblind. I can see that's not gray and it's not red, but I don't know what color it is. I have to watch real close. Then I want to branch if greater than R0, and I only do this up to 4,000. You don't need more than that. R0, 4,000, and I always do 10, probably a little more than I need. And branch. There is an easier way to do this. I know that, but this is how I do it. If it's less than, and we'll say 3,000, so it's not constantly turning off and on. Go to 12. So we'll come down here to 10, set pipe mix on 1, and then jump start. And then on 12 it would be set pipe mix on to 0, which is on and off, of course, and jump start. Pretty simple way of keeping a maintained pressure in a pipe without having things go kaboom, if you do it right. And I'm not making any promises. Export. Okay, so it's on that chip. I knew we need to come over here, and unfortunately this is kind of slow. I need to make a housing. Well, my mouse is a brand new mouse. It's terrible. So I can take this out, pick that up, turn it off, put that over there. I am doing better than earlier percent of not keeping you guys waiting around. Now, of course, I need that on this side. Anything on this side powered is going to be after this controller. So I can just set that. Housing. Nope, can't do it there. I'll put it right there. I'll put the chip in there. And I'm going to do the appropriate thing. And I'll make this the fresh air gas mixer and the fresh air pipe analyzer, in case I put any more pipe analyzers on the system, which I will. I can keep track of which one I'm doing. Put that there, put that there, there, and there. So now I want to load this into the housing. So I'm just going to turn it, it's going to give me an error. It's flashing. Turn it back off. You don't want to make these adjustments with it on because bad things can happen. If you accidentally turn something on, cycle past it, leave it on, and then all of a sudden you have stuff blowing up because you bypassed what you really wanted to do. So whenever you adjust these, always turn the housing back off. Pipe analyzer, so I want to go to pipe, fresh air gas pipe analyzer. There it is. And I want to go to the pipe mixer, fresh air gas mixer. And that should do it. Now if I turn that on, this is probably going to be off because, whoa, did I do something wrong here? Pipe analyzer, pipe mixer, fresh air gas mixer. No errors, but I got no pressure, and it didn't come on. So there's got to be something wrong in my programming here. You guys probably saw it when I did it, but I don't know what it is. So we'll throw this on the ground, put this back in, edit. What did I do wrong here? Pipe pressure, or break greater than to 10, save pipe mixer onto 1. Backwards. Turn it off if it's at 4,000. Turn it on backwards. Confirm. Export. Hopefully that fixes the issue. And it did. So this should go to 4 megapascals and turn off. I'm still chicken. I always watch the first time because the first time I won't watch and I misprogram something. My pipes will blow up. So I always watch. Now this air will cycle into the enclosed area, come back out. So if I don't breathe it, here, shut off. And turn back on again. I don't like that. That's going to drive me crazy. I don't like listening to that kind of stuff. And I got to make sure this is off. If you pull the chip, make sure that's off. If it's on, it's going to stay on until things go boom. What is the problem here? It should be staying on till 4. There's greater than, less than, go to 12. So if it's 3,000, but not, I know why. I got to put a jump start in here. In case neither one of those apply, that's why it's turning on and off. Export. That should solve the problem. Now it should pressurize to 4,000 after it goes to 3,000. And I'm hoping I'm not over-pressurizing my room. It seems to be using a lot of pressure. So I should probably run inside here real quick and make sure everything's okay in here. Nope, we're good. I can tighten these up a little bit too. I want to get it's not a big deal. I don't like having pollutants in my room, so I cycle the air faster at the beginning. And there comes my grow light. At the beginning to get rid of these pollutants. But I can tighten this down to maybe, since this is 92, I can tighten this to 98, and I won't be using it. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. Decrease. We'll make it 98. I don't need it to be that much of an air exchange. But you see what I'm doing there. Hopefully. So the air is coming out in at 98 kPa and leaving at 92. So I always have air circulating through here. And it's pressurizing. Should shut off at 4. I may have used a lot of my air. Nah. And I got the right percentages. That's within my tolerance. And it shut off at 4. So that worked. That makes me feel better. So I'll pick this up. Go grab it from the side here. Turn it off. Otherwise the battery goes away. Alright, so I got my whole fresh air cycling now. I could throw another red volatile in there. That should be enough after one more. And that'll be in the future used for my automated furnace, of course. I don't want that down there. Alright, so we'll just drop that right in there. And it's not going to matter if it pressurizes this to 9,000. It'll just idle and it'll just sit in here. I want to turn that back on. Don't want to overpressurize my pipes. I don't think I'm going to do that, but you see the volatiles are in my cycle because I'm dumping them from the ice mixer. And currently they're going up. I could check this filter. I forgot I only had one there, but we're good. 140, 137. So we're all good. And let's dump some more of this out of here. That'll keep my CO2 up. We're good there. Good there. There's enough oxygen and CO2 to work with. Nitrogen's even got 19 PA. I'm happy with that. And of course my pollutants are maxed. Alright. That's pretty much what I wanted to do with this episode. That one went pretty well. I fixed this so the solar angle turns the light on at 70, which means it should be on now. It turns it on at 70. When it's less than 70, it'll turn the light on until it gets above 70. And that tweaked it to where these seem to be working. I may eventually go to 75, as long as I'm not light stressing anything. Oh, so this is ready to go. Excellent. Take the seed, take the potatoes, replant a potato. Take the seed, take the potatoes. This back one is the one that was giving me issues earlier. It was out of the range of the light, so that's fixed by moving the light over. So I got enough to eat and survive. I kind of wish that I had the plant mod put in correctly. Is this ever finished? I'm just going to yank this out, I think. That's the one that was having trouble at the beginning. they're all still not working very well. Okay, so something is wrong with my corn. More light, maybe? I have to up it to 75. Light efficiency, illumination stress. So it's pretty close. Yeah. So I'm going to up this. And the good thing about this is I have my computer now. So I can throw this on the ground, open it. It always automatically lands upright, which is nice. Put that in here. Import, don't export. And I'm going to change this to 75 so the lights stay on even a little bit longer. And confirm, export. So that should fix that problem. It's not the way I remember it, but I remember it in my other one that I was using at 65, but maybe something's different in here. Now with it on, the illumination stress should slowly go down. I don't think I have any other problems. Is it too warm in here maybe? Ooh, it is way too warm in here. That's what the problem is. Alright, so let's turn these off for now. Way too warm in here. So I'll have to cool it off in here. That's because I'm using my furnace and the air that I'm bringing in is too hot. So what I'm going to do real quick, that fixes itself when I stop importing the furnace to
Power low.
preload things like CO2. And a matter of fact, I could probably stop doing that now. But I can put some radiators on here to keep that cool. That'll work pretty well. And I'll do that before the next episode. I'll drop a bunch of radiators on here to keep that temperature where it needs to be. But for now, and this is frustrating because for some reason this game set up with a very low amount of oxide ice. There's some up there in that mountain, I think. Nope, that's cobalt. Here we go. I'll just take a couple of these. I don't know how much this is going to change the temperature in there, but I want to drop it. Hello. So those two should drop it back in range, and then I should be okay. Pressure's way up, but that'll slowly go back out through there. So I turned it back on. Okay, 29, that should be good pressure, so yeah, and that's what the problem was. It was too hot. I should have been watching that a little closer. And that's intolerance. And that's at tolerance. So that should start resolving its problems. The light is off. We're way up on pressure. You know what? I just noticed something. I am almost out of air.
Anti-critical.
Okay. And I could get rid of some of this air like by overriding it right there, but I want it to go into the system. I might as well save that extra air. Alright, so you see the things you have to watch. If you look in here, let's pull this up. That's at 168, so that's why it's way too hot. And I'll have to put some vents on here to keep that cool. I don't need it to be that hot. So between this episode and the next one, I'm going to put some radiators on these pipes to cool these off a little bit. But that's it for today. Again, this is Navy Old Salt Gamer. If you like these videos and they're helpful at all, like and subscribe, and I'll keep posting things in the updates here. Thanks. Bye.